Dude, now I'm going to tell about different types of triangles. You can get three types of triangles. That is equilateral triangle. In this triangle, all three sides going to be equal and all three angles also going to be equal to 60 degree. And now you're going to get this one equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all three sides going to be equal. In the same way, two sides can be equal. The two sides equal triangle, which is known as isosceles triangle. This is equilateral triangle, and this one going to be isosceles triangle, where two angles going to be equal. This angle is 70 degree, this angle also 70 degree, and 70 plus 70 it going to make 140, and remaining in 180 40 degrees remaining, so it is 40 degrees. Now two angles going to be equal and two sides going to be equal, corresponding two sides, so these sides going to be 5 units, 5 units, and this is 2 units. This one is known as isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Now I'm going to tell one more triangle. This one more triangle is known as scalene triangle. In scalene triangle, none of them going to be equal. Only these three, all three sides going to be different length, and all triangles also going to be different length. This is 70 degree, this is 60 degree, and this going to be 50 degrees. This is known as scalene triangle. These triangles are based on the length of this thing, that is different sides and different angles. You can take up approximately 7, 6 and 5 like this sides. And now I'm going to tell these three are the main types of triangle. Now this thing, how to find out area and perimeter of them. Perimeter is just adding the three sides. Here you can multiply 3 times of the side length, and here these two and this one, and here adding the 3 side lengths. Now let's find out the area of equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle has an area like this, that is root 3 by 4 times of a square, or side length square. And in this type of triangle, root 3 by 4 times of, here if they have given 3 units as the side length, it becomes 3 square. 3 times of 3 is 9, so it is 3 times of 3 9. It going to become equal to 9 root 3 by 4 square units, like this. And in any other triangle, to find out area, whether it is isosceles or scalene, it you going to take the normal formula. The normal formula going to be half times of base times of height, perpendicular height. Any side you can take as the base, and if you join the make a perpendicular to that, that going to become perpendicular height. You need to know those three to find out the actual area of this triangle. See here, I am showing with models. This is equilateral triangle. All three sides going to be equal, and all three angles also going to be equal. Now I'm going to show you this triangle. This is isosceles triangle. These triangles going to be equal. Correspondingly, these two sides going to be equal. Now in the same way, this is nothing but scalene triangle. All three sides going to be of different length, and all three angles also going to be of different length. Now here you can take this one. It won't become like this, that is sides I am giving approximately, but it going to have a specific formula, not exactly to this degree to these sides going to exist. Now let's do another way of classifying. You can do one more three types of triangles. Those three types are known as these three types, that is based on the all angles. If all three angles of a triangle is less than 90 degree, it's going to become a acute angle triangle. For example, this thing 70 degree, 60 degree, and 50 degree. Here all three angles, none of the angle is equal to 90 or bigger than 90. It is known as acute angle triangle. And now you're going to take another triangle, that is one angle is 90 degree. One angle going to become 90 degree, that going to become known as right triangle. In this it can become 30, 60 or anything, they add up to become, remaining two angles add up to become 90 degrees. And in this right triangle, this triangle itself you're going to talk about Pythagorean theorem. That is Pythagorean theorem, which tells that this side square plus this side square going to become equal to hypotenuse square. See here, 3 square plus 4 square will be equal to 5 square. That is 3 square is 3 times of 3 9, and 4 square is 4 times of 4, that going to become 16, plus 5 square it is 5 times of 5, which will be equal to 25. So this going to become 25 equal to 25. So you can find it out. This side square and this side square equal to hypotenuse square, that is right triangle, where one angle going to be right angle. Another type of classifying is obtuse angle triangle. In obtuse angle triangles, you're going to get like this. Any one of the angle going to be bigger than 90 degree. Like here 110 degrees. Now they add up to become 70 degrees. That is, this is 30 degree and this is 40 degree. That will become 70 degree. This is known as obtuse angled triangle, right triangle, obtuse angled triangle. Here you can see this equilateral triangle always going to be an acute angle triangle, and other two triangles, this right triangle can become isosceles triangle or scalene triangle, and obtuse angle triangle, it can also become a scalene triangle, isosceles triangle. These are different ways of calculations to find out area of this one, classifying of triangles. Now let's find out area of one of triangle with base and perpendicular right given. If you take this triangle like that, you're going to get it here. In this triangle they have given the base length as equal to 5 units and perpendicular height as 2 units. Area of this triangle will be half times of base times of perpendicular height. Here this is the base, so base going to be equal to 5 units. Perpendicular height, this is 1, that will be equal to 2 units. When you multiply, you're going to get half times of 5 times of 2, 2 1 times 2 1 times 5 times of 1, going to become 5 square units. This is normal way of finding area of triangle. That is, for equilateral triangles you need to find it out by root 3 by 4 times of a square. Now bye.